I just got back off a motorcycle ride and look, I got a package here. I ordered this from the UK about less than 48 hours ago, and to replace something that disappeared when my other motorcycle was stolen. Okay, this is from Pyramid Plastics, and should be a front fender extender, and this should be the rear fender and chain guard. Let's take a look at them. Now the last one of these I got, it was for my black 2021 Tiger 900. Well, this is Caspian blue, so I thought I'd get a Caspian blue one. So let's see what it looks like when I get it on there. Meerkat. This is what the front fender it looks like right now before I put the fender extender on there. Then we'll show you a picture of what it looks like when I get it done. This is what the chain guard and up to the rear shock looks like before I put this on. And I'll show you a picture of it when I get it on. First step is to remove the bolts from the old chain guard. And take that out. So I think, oh, I forgot. There's a third one in here. Because the third screw is right in there. So I think I can get it by just lifting this up just a little bit. Get in there and get to it. This screw that I just took out of this third spot right in here, I'm going to put that back in and tighten it up. That way I don't lose it. Before putting this fender and chain guard up there, you need to mount 3 little rubber grommets. There's one here, and one on this side over here. Found that using a little WD-40 or lubricant really helps in putting these things in. Now I'm going to put these 3 little bushings in these rubber grommets that I just put on. I'm just going to push them in. These little bushings can be a tight fit in here. So once you make sure that you've got your rubber grommet seated in there right, then you can put a little WD-40 on the bushing. That'll help it slide in. But if that's not enough, you can use a little pair of pliers to kind of squeeze it on. Squeeze it on just like that. Okay. Next we're going to go to the other side and loosen up this nut right here. And we'll be replacing it with a longer one from the package. Now there's only 3 bolts left with supplied hardware. One of them is longer than the other 2. The 2 shorter ones will go on this side with a chain guard side, and this one will go over to the other side where the brake line is. I recommend you getting these 2 just started. Just kind of to hold us in place a little bit. But actually do the other one first because it needs to wiggle around just a little bit. And what's supposed to be is the little clip that holds the brake line. It goes on top of the rubber grommet here, like it's showing here. I get a little bit of perspective here while the sun was still out. This is the piece that's on without the bags, and I'll show you what it looks like with the bags. But you can see that in here it's going to do a great job protecting that rear shock and do a much better job on the chain than the stock chain guard. It adds a little color to the back of the bike. My last one I had was the black. Of course the bike was black, so it kind of blended in, but I think this kind of pops a little bit. Might be too much for some people. Let's look like what it looks like with the bags on. With the bags on, you still see a little color in there. You don't see a lot. see it from the back here. And it's from this other side. There's not much between the bags and the panniers and the pipe that you can see in here, but you can still see there. Another shot of it with the sun coming out, so you can see it a little bit better. They really do work a treat. Now switching to the front fender extender. One of the reasons I want the front fender extender here is because this area in here catches a lot of muck. I noticed on the first bike I had, it caught a lot of muck right there on those right in here. It's really difficult to clean. So what I'm going to do is add this front fender extender on here. And it fits basically, it'll fit on here, kind of like this. It's the option of putting some pop rivets in there. So in order to do some pop rivets, I'm going to have to drill some holes. And I'm not real confident I can drill a hole in here and not drill it into the tire. It's kind of hard to do. So I think it'd be better off just to pull the front fender off there and drill the holes. Then put the rivets in and put it back on. I started by popping these out on both sides of the little holders here. Careful not to break them. Then there's going to be 3 screws, 1 here and 2, and do both sides. Now we get to the part where we wiggle the fender through the opening here. It's not easy getting the fender through, but if you wiggle one side through, kind of bend the reflector in just a little bit, then you can do the other side also next, one at a time. Both won't go at the same time. Like I said, you can wiggle it through there, but you need to get one side of this through before the other side. Get one side through, then you'll have a little bit of room and you can get the other side through. Look for the pop rivets. Then I'll put the Velcro pieces that they give you and put them on like they show. They have the sticky back stuff. That's not Velcro, but it's the sticky stuff that you can place them on, and you wipe it off really good with a clean alcohol that they give you. But then I think I'm also gonna put the rivets in. Since the mud guard extension is gonna fit on the inside of this, the part that I'm gonna clean first will be the inside of in here. Then I'll clean the outside of the other one. I don't know if there's the exact number that you need to put on here, but this is kind of the way I put it on there. I don't think there's a lot. You can have some variation here, and it's still going to work, especially if you're going to use the rivets and things like that. So this is a little overkill, I think. Okay, this is the piece just stuck on, and I'll be putting some rivets in this area here. So it's got an overlap inside. I have a pretty good overlap, so I'm going to overlap into this area here. I've chosen 7 of these 1/8 inch rivets to be used. It's going to be a little bit sticking out here, but I can trim that off if it's a little long. I'd rather have it a little long and trim it off than have it too short and not bite. I drilled the one right in the middle here. You can see where it's going to be sticking through. It's going to be a little shorter than that when I end up doing it. So what I'll probably do is, now that I know it's going to work for my depth, I'm going to go ahead and drill the rest of the holes and stick the rivets in to hold their places. Now I've got all 7 in place, holding their place. Now I can go ahead and set them in. Okay, this is with all 7 of them in. This is the front side, this is the inside. I may try to take this down just a little bit on the inside. So we'll see. What I'm doing here is I'm using a Dremel tool to kind of shave down and grind down these aluminum rivets that are coming through here. I'm not getting it always smooth. I don't want it always smooth. I just want it to take off like this one I haven't done. You can see how the ones that I have done are a little bit shorter. Okay, I've got all the 7 rivets there, kind of smoothed down a little bit, but still, they're still sturdy and holding tight on this other side, so we're good to go there. And now it's just time to put it back on. It should go back on like it came off. I'm going to have to get one side in, then the other side of this in, then the other side. Actually, it went back on there a lot easier and it came off. So when you get back on there, just make sure you pop your cables back into those ties on both sides. You want to make sure this piece is on the outside of here, because when you put it on, it's probably going to go to the inside, but it's easy enough just to pull around here and put it on. So get everything loose, everything started, then you can tighten it down. Okay, with any new accessory, I'll write it down as Pyramid Plastics, front and rear, what I paid for it, the mileage, and the date I put it on. Then I take the other stuff that I took off, in this case a chain guard with the 2 nuts I'll tape on, and on the other side, with this side I tape the one that holds the rear brake line on and instructions to it, just in case I want to put it back and I don't remember where the screws are. Alright, here's the after picture with the Pyramid Plastics fender extender on. Now, I understand I probably went beyond the Call of Duty with the rivets. It comes with the sticky back tape, which I did use. And only thing additionally I needed, other than what was in the kit, was a 1/8 inch drill and some 1/8 inch aluminum type rivets. And I used a little Dremel to smooth out the back of the rivets here. So there's a good, I don't know, there's a good finger and a little bit between this tire and the back of this rivet. So it's going to hit probably the mud flap, the inside of this first before it hits this. So good job for Pyramid Plastics. It works fine. It works great. I know it does. And yeah, I'm done. It's Flat Cap Cafe Racer. See you later. Bye. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.